Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, are you ready for the Lancashire Hotpots virtual pub quiz? And here's your quizmaster, Dickie Ticker.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome. It's Monday night. It's time for the Lancashire Hotpots virtual pub quiz. I'm Dickie. I'm your quiz master. Thanks very much for joining us this Monday evening. How the devil are you? If you want to play along with us tonight, you're going to need four things. You're going to need a pen, paper, you're going to need a drink and some nibbles. If you're playing along tonight, let us know. Type your name in the box below. If there's a couple of you playing, type your team name in, and if your social media network allows you to symbol and tag your friends, why not get them to play along with us now? Because it's the best start to the week. You know this, they should know this by now. And while you do all that, I'm going to entertain myself by catching up with what's happening with some of my latest and greatest friends. It's the Lancashire Hotpots, and first up is Bernard. Bernard, what's your name and where you calling from?
How are you doing, cockers? My name's Bernard, and I'm from Lancashire!
Yay! Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Thanks for joining us tonight, Bernard. Lovely to see you.
Yeah, it's nice to be here.
To be here, nice.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
It is. It is.
Looking forward to this one.
It's a great start to the week. What have you got for your drink and your nibbles?
Thanks for asking. I've not gone mad on the drink. I've got a standard bow.
Medibo.
Everybody knows Medibo. However, on the nibbles, it's a shame Billy's not here because this might make his trousers tingle. Check these out, the spirals, but the pickled onion flavour.
Oh, you don't often see a pickled onion spiral in the wild.
Because they're new.
That's why.
Wow.
They're quite firm in texture, the spiral.
Oh, yeah. It's a crunchy thing.
No.
One for all you ASMR. That'd be good. An ASMR corn snack corner.
Very good. ASMR corner.
Come on, you must know what ASMR is. Google it.
Very pickled onion flavoured. Yeah, they're nice.
Thumbs up. Right, I'll leave you to your new snack and long-established beverage. Let's hop on over to the next hot potter we've got on tonight. It's Kenny. Kenny, what's your name and where are you calling from?
I'll do, cockers. Kenny Body here. I'm from Lancashire.
Yay! Yes, he is. Thanks for joining us tonight, Kenny. What have you got for your drink and your nibbles?
Ooh, I've got a very interesting beer here that the wife bought me that I, even as a Brewdog connoisseur, was unaware of. It's a Brewdog Overwork, so it's one of the sour beers. And it's probably a bit early for a Christmassy themed beer, but it's called Sour Grinch.
Never too early for a Christmas beer.
No, and it's a chocolate, cranberry and hazelnut sour.
Oh, stars. What are you doing
And it looks like this.
Oh, it's right up my street, Gaby. You know that.
It smells chocolatey and yeah. So I assume it's going to be... Go on,
what does chocolate and sour taste like?
Yeah. So it's kind of like a chocolatey stout, but with a sour
kind of does exactly what it says on the tin.
Yeah, it literally does. You can smell it. I'm not sure how keen Bernard is on his sours, but I know you both like your dark beers, and smelling it, it's got the dark beer nose to it, but then you have it. Oh, you got the dark arch you've got there.
Oh, yes.
And are you dialing in tonight from the deck of the Imperial?
Yeah,
Cruiser.
I've kind of moved over to the dark side. There's just more career progression opportunities. They've just got more of a plan of what they want. I mean, what they want's probably controversial, but you know, it's a plan, and it's Anyway, I digress.
Nibbles.
To go with my Sour Grinch chocolate cranberry and hazelnut sour, I've got some green and black's organic dark chocolate.
Oh
yeah, I've gone over to the dark side. Bit of dark chocolate.
Kenny, might I say your nibble choices over the past few weeks have been tremendous.
Thank you. I do try. Just before you jump over to the next hot pot,
Go on.
Excuse me. That Kenny Dalglish question last week.
Oh,
he was manager of Celtic.
Well, blame Wikipedia.
In 2009, John Barnes was manager of Celtic, and you're right. Kenny Dalglish was director of football at the time. But then when John Barnes didn't do very well and he got rid of him, Kenny Dalglish took over as caretaker manager.
All I can say is that all questions are right at the time that I speak them, but they might not actually be factually correct. But
Can I just say as well, just for the record, can I just say that I love John Barnes?
Oh, yeah.
I love John Barnes.
I love John Barnes.
Yeah. I love John Barnes. Yeah.
Something you say a lot on buses, isn't it, Ron?
Yeah.
Okay, so apologies to
John Barnes is the greatest player playing Liverpool Football Club.
It all worked out in the end anyway,
It
didn't
did.
it? Because I managed to just squeeze through and just...
Yes, and it's going to be an exciting quiz tonight because I don't want to jinx it, but with no Bobby Balls tonight, it could well be that you equal his score of weeks, but that's all.
But then he'll
all to play for.
Even if I do, it'll be like, oh well, I wasn't there, was I? So
well, you snooze, you lose. You don't go on the quiz. Your results might be
football
biz.
terms. I can only play what's put in front of me.
That's right. You're playing the game, not the occasion. That doesn't make any sense. Crack on.
Indeed, right. Yep. Okay, let's go on to our final Hot Potter tonight. It's Dr. Ron. Ron, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Good evening, Hot Potters. I'm Dr. Ron and I'm calling from Lancashire.
Yes, it's lovely to have you on, Ron. What have you got for food and liquids?
Not got any food tonight. Just went straight for the Jack Daniels. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Stars. So no nibbles in sight. Nothing.
No.
Just Jetty and Coke.
Booze.
That's it.
Just booze. That's all I'm having. Is booze. Yeah.
Wow.
It's a food in and of itself, though, in a way, isn't it?
It is really. Yeah. It's a sweet in a glass.
Have you eaten at all today?
Yes, I have. Chicken fajitas.
Oh,
okay. That's all right. Okay then. All right.
Nice and spicy.
All right. Did you toss off a couple of peppers?
A couple of peppers, and then put the old kebablishment sauce on there as well.
Oh, nice.
Bernard, should I tell you a tale?
Please do.
We were in the studio yesterday, and I gave Billy a bottle of his kebablishment sauce. I'll probably put the photo of that in here now. And he put it, in Greg's recording room, he's got like a big organ.
Yeah.
And he put it on top of the organ and he said, "Don't let me forget that." And as we were packing up at 6 o'clock, because he went about 2 o'clock because he had other McCartney business to attend to. And he said, what would still be left on the organ but Billy's bottle of kebablishment sauce? And he texted me, "Are you going in the studio again tomorrow?" And I said, no. I said, "Don't worry, Billy. I've got your sauce." Oh, thank goodness for that.
I mean, he's not that keen on the hot stuff anyway, is he? I don't know. So that's Ron, isn't it? I'm getting confused.
No. But Billy does the hot stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. He does.
As we know, the kebablishment isn't too hot, is it? It's not offensive. It's an everyday sauce.
I'll tell you what, though, when you get to the bottom of the bottle, that's where all the heat is.
Oh.
Give it a shake, haven't you?
Does it drop?
Well, I've given it a shake, Kenny. And all that's coming out now, there's no liquid coming out. It's just thick. And all I'm getting is
the heat.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Anyway, does anyone fancy 10 questions?
I've got a good feeling about tonight. I think I'm going to get 4.
Official members of the Lancashire Hotpots, are you ready?
Yes.
Hot Potters at home, are you ready? Well, let's get quizzing. Question number 1 is all about the music. And Setting Sun and Block Rocking Beats were #1 hit singles for which band of brothers? Easy one that to start this week. Easing you into the quiz, as only Dickie can. Setting Sun and block rocking beats were #1 hit singles for which band of brothers?
I was actually listening to that album only about 2 days ago. So.
Well, there you go. Shoe in. Popular with the Hotpots.
It's a great video as well. Block rocking, isn't it?
Question number 2, as always, is about the films.
Oh.
And this week, who out of the following stars of Ghostbusters did not also help to write it? A. Dan Aykroyd, B. Bill Murray, or C. Harold Ramis?
I mean,
so
that's one for Ron, definitely, isn't it?
Yeah,
out of all the individual members of the Ghostbusters, one of them didn't contribute to the screenplay. Who was that person? A. Dan Aykroyd, B. Bill Murray, or C. Harold Ramis?
Wasn't there a band called Dan Aykroyd?
Yeah.
I think you might be. Was that late 90s, early 90s? I seem to remember reading about them in the Melody Makers.
Yeah.
Question 3 is egg, sausage, chips and beans. And beans, but more specifically beanstalks this week. And we're talking the pantomime Jack and the Beanstalk. Now then, Jack and his mother fell on hard times. So what did they sell at the market to get a handful of magic beans in return? So, Jack and the Beanstalk, everyone's favourite panto. I must get round to writing Bernard and the Beanstalk one year. There's that, and there's Bernard and his amazing Technicolor waistcoat. Which will get written first, ladies and gentlemen, who knows? Yeah, so Jack and his mother fall on hard times, so they sell something at the market and get some magic beans in return. What do they sell, ladies and gentlemen? That's what I want to know.
What I want to know is, Ron, have you got any of that drink left?
No!
I have to tell you, chaps, this sour Grinch and black's dark chocolate is a wonderful combination.
There we go.
Loving it.
He's loving it like that. Question 4, bitter lager, cider, ale and stout. And this week it's ale. And the Bass Brewery, famous for its Bass Pale Ale, was founded in 1777. But what I want to know is, the company logo for Bass, is it one of the following. Which one is it? A, a blue circle. B, a green square. Or C, a red triangle? So the Bass Brewery logo is a famous logo. It's trademarked. It's in a famous painting whose name, had I have had a bit more time to research, I could have quoted here. But anyway, the logo is a famous logo, and it's a colour and a symbol. Which one out of these is it? A, a blue circle. B, a green square. Or C, a red triangle?
Incidentally, Dickie, if I wanted to recreate that painting and do it, what colour would I need for the Bass emblem?
Can you believe that they're still allowed to trade, knowing that they made shandy?
The real, if you had your way, in fact, there'd be no tax on major strength alcoholic beverages and 99% tax on shandy bass, wouldn't there?
Yeah, it's inexcusable. Fair play to them, they've made a living, bless them.
Remember that one for your manifesto. Question number 5 is crisps. And a standard packet of ready salted Walkers
25 grams
contains 0.46 grams of salt, which is what percentage of your recommended daily salt intake? Is it A, 8%, B, 10%, or C, 12%? So a packet of Walker's crisps gives you about half a gram of salt, but what of your RDA of salt expressed as a percentage is that? Is it 8%, 10% of your recommended amount, or C, 12%? A very salty question. Now, a group of guys who aren't that salty is, for question 6, is the Lancashire Hotpots.
Oh, lovely stuff.
Now, in an interview conducted in 2008, Bernard said the following about a particular song, quote, I won't do the accents. We have used and abused our sweet planet, and it is inevitable that one day we will, quote, execute Mother Earth, and we shall all die a painful and well-deserved death. Which Hot Pot song is he talking about? So this is a quote by Bernard Thrasher. I found it on the internet. About a Hot Pot song. We have used and abused our sweet planet, and it is inevitable that one day we shall execute Mother Earth, in inverted air commas, and we shall all die a painful and well-deserved death. Which Hot Pot song is he talking about?
What a light-hearted band the Hot Pots are.
Did you mention when that interview was from? Or
I did, yes.
2008.
Right, yeah. So I'm happy with that.
Should give you a further clue, yes.
Yeah, that's what. It's just reinforced what I was thinking.
Yeah. Hope all you Hot Pot top cockers get that one.
I said it, and I've got no idea.
You can't remember what happened yesterday. Question number 7 is: We love the North, and would you believe that fizzy drinks were invented in 1767, which is hard to believe that that's 10 years before Bass actually founded their brewery, but that is the case. So 1767, when Joseph Priestley discovered a way of infusing water with carbon dioxide, but in which northern location did he make his discovery? Was it A, Leeds, B, Bradford, or C, Preston? So as hard as it may be, fizzy drinks were invented in the north of England in 1767. But in which town/city? Was it A, Leeds, B, Bradford, or C, Preston?
If you'd have put Lancaster in that, I'd have been
I was
struggling for an answer, but of course, we know which way I'm going.
Okay. Question number 8 is: Everyone loves a Bernard, but nobody loves a Bernard anymore, because this week it's Everyone Loves a Ron, and we're talking filmmaker Ron Howard. Now, Ron won an Oscar in 1996 for his directorial work on Apollo 13. Or did he? Is that true or is that false? Ooh. So, Ron Howard won an Oscar in 1996 for his directorial work on Apollo 13. Is that true or is that false? Could go either way.
It's a fiddy.
Mm-hmm. Question number 9 is television. And which TV show ran on BBC One on Saturday nights from 1964 to 2001 and from 2004 to the present day?
Hang on a minute. From when? 1964?
Let me repeat the question. Which TV show ran on BBC One on Saturday nights from 1964 to 2001 and then from 2004 to the present day?
What? That's like...
It's forever.
That's forever.
Yeah.
Saturday night.
That's pre-decimal, that.
And then why did they have a 3-year off? What's going on there?
Who knows? Who can say? Who can say? And lastly, question number 10 is our potluck round. And this week, I'm going to give you the following statements. Scooby-Doo's real name is Scoobert-Doo. Is that true or is that false?
Oh, get a grip. Scoobert-Doo.
Scooby-Doo's real name is Scoobert-Doo. Is that true or is that false?
Ron, are you having that?
Those are the questions that are written on the paper.
I'm not saying. Not falling for that.
Those are your 10 questions for a Monday night, ladies and gentlemen. We got through the questions. Let's have a drink before we go to the answers.
What are you drinking?
Yep.
I am drinking a dark arts surreal stout, and it is tremendous.
Oh.
Rich, chocolatey, full-bodied in flavour, and I'm a multi-pack Malcolm. I'm seeing off the last of these oldie mini cheddars.
Do you know what? Like, I've not had a good stout for ages, and wouldn't it be a beautiful thing if we could get to the Manchester Beer Festival in New Year? Wouldn't that be nice if we could do that?
Oh, it would be, but we'd have a job because it's not on.
Why? Cool.
Hello. Yeah.
So they've cancelled it already?
Oh, yeah, they cancelled it ages ago.
But we've got a vaccine now.
No, it's just not happening.
It's not been tested, has it?
All I will say is, if the pubs are open, then we're allowed to maybe we can all sit on individual tables and WhatsApp each other from a distance. Let's forget about all that. I've got a few items of business. This Saturday, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be appearing on Wiggins Frost Fest.
Wow!
Which is basically a fancy word for a virtual Christmas light switch-on / festive extravaganza. 7 o'clock on Saturday night, we'll be starting the event and we'll be closing the event. There's a URL here. So it's not going to be on our Facebook. It's going to be on the This Is Wiggin Facebook. And also the
This Is Wiggin, yeah.
This. Oh, go on. Wiggin accent. This is Wiggin in a Wiggin accent. I didn't want to offend anybody.
You've got to be careful.
I couldn't get the accent, yeah.
You've got to be careful these days.
I've got to be careful these days.
Yeah.
It could one slight slip and you could go into another international territory, and there could be it could be trending on Twitter before you know it. So there's that. We're currently in the middle of recording a Christmas album. Well, that's good.
Yep, sounding good.
Sounding very good. He's off.
He sounds a bit like Scooby-Doo. Well, no, he sounds more like Muttley.
He does. I think he's gone red as well. It's either red or it's the quality of your laptop camera.
That was amazing.
That's what I'm here for. So, yeah. We'll be in the studio next weekend and the weekend after, recording more songs for Christmas album that we want you to buy. It's going to be really good. When was the last time you bought a Lancashire Hotpots album? It was ages ago, and you're going to have the opportunity to buy the ideal Christmas gift.
Will we put this out in physical media, or will it be purely digital?
I'm not doing it purely digital because digital makes zero money whatsoever. So it'll be a tangible item, but you'll be able to then buy it. Maybe buy 2 copies, maybe buy 3 or 4 copies. Give them to friends and relations.
Very good.
See, I'm solving all your Christmas problems. And there'll be quite a limited run as well, because I don't want several hundred Christmas CDs clogging up my garage forever. But that's in the future. Shall we deal with the present? And the present is now the answers, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, so let's go. Answers. Question number 1 was music, and I said Setting Sun and Block Rocking Beats were number 1 hit singles for which band of brothers? Bernard, who do you think those brothers may be?
Thanks for asking. I've gone with Dust / Chemical.
I know what you're talking about. Kenny?
Yeah, Dig Your Own Hole, Chemical Brothers. I was on listening to it the other day, and the reason I was listening to it wasn't because of a song off that album. It was because Tim Burgess tweeted about the song he did off the previous album. Was it like this tweet that Tim Burgess did? Yeah,
Exit Planet Dust.
So I started with Exit Planet Dust, and then I went on to Dig Your Own Hole, and I had a jolly good time of it.
Oh, I bet you did with your headphones on. And finally, Ron.
Chemical.
It was indeed the Chemical Brothers. Well done, everybody. Full marks. We're off the mark.
They're a tremendous group, aren't they? Really. If you look at how long they've been knocking about and how many bangers they've made.
Hit after smash after Lancashire hit.
Wow.
I mean, I got to the end of Dig Your Own Hole, and that last track, because it got like sitar on or something. I was loving it. I was like, oh, yes.
That's a twangy goodness. Question number 2 was films, and I said, out of the following stars of Ghostbusters, who didn't also contribute to writing the screenplay? A. Dan Aykroyd, B. Bill Murray, or C. Harold Ramis? Bernard, who did you think didn't contribute and sit at a typewriter?
Well, as you know, I've got no knowledge of these things, but I have listened to Ron, where he says that this particular chap was a bit of a maverick and didn't sort of conform and turned up late and did what he wants. So I've gone with Murray.
The Murray Mint. Kenny?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Dan Aykroyd did, so it was between the other two, and like Bernard said, Bill Murray's too busy doing other stuff, like just having a laugh, so yeah, I've gone with Bill Murray.
And Ron?
Yes, Aykroyd and Ramis did write it, but Bill Murray ad-libbed quite a lot of his lines.
And everyone is right. B, Bill Murray is the correct answer.
Did he ad-lib his lines because he just couldn't be bothered learning them, or...?
Just because he's like Bernard when Dickie says, be funny. Bernard's funny.
Just does it.
Yeah.
They just say to Bill Murray, be funny, and he's funny.
Just gonna put this out there. There's been 2 questions, and I've got 2 right.
Well done to
Very
you.
well
done to you. And maybe you'll get the third one right as well. Egg, sausage, chips and beans. And we were talking beans/beanstalks, Jack and the Beanstalk. And when Jack went to the market, what did he sell to get some money and ended up getting some magic beans? Bernard, what did he sell?
Not sure, because the minute that you said the word pantomime, I thought about that fella who does all the pantomime. What's his name?
Who? What?
He dresses up like the Dane. What's his name?
Biggins.
Biggins. The minute that you said pantomime, my mind was awash with Biggins. So I got confused. So all I did was I just wrote down the word cow.
Okay, right. Kenny?
Yeah, cow just came to mind.
Okay, and Ron?
Yeah, I was a bit ambitious. I put cows.
Singular or plural, I will accept it. It is a cow. Yes.
Wow.
if you wanted to be specific, my reference source said a beloved cow, but a cow it is. And is that
Didn't love it that much, did they? If you were going to sell it.
Is that 3 questions, 3 hot pots, and 3 correct answers?
It's going down tonight.
It's tight. I wonder how Bob's getting on in terms of his live stream. Bob, put in your score if you're watching this now live. Tell me how many you've got. And you know he's watching it on catch up, isn't he? 4 was bitter lager, cider, ale, and stout, and we were talking the ale from the Bass Brewery. And when it was founded, it had a specific company logo that it still uses to the present day, which is a colour and a shape. But what colour and what shape? Is it A, a blue circle, B, a green square, or C, a red triangle? Bernard, what does your colour/geometry tell you?
Yeah, not so sure. So just went on like a gut feeling. I've gone blue circle.
Blue circle. Kenny?
I'm not 100% sure either, but I'm not sure about the red, but I'm pretty. I don't know, the triangle-y bit seemed to ring a bell.
Okay, and Ron?
As a kid, when you're at Christmas parties and you have yourself a bass shandy, I always remember a red triangle at the top of these things.
And I think you're possibly right. Yes, it is indeed C, a red triangle.
Is it?
Just like the old Channel 4 naughty programmes that used to be on in the 90s with the red triangle in the corner. Yes, it's a very famous logo.
I thought it was a blue circle.
No, never mind. Still plenty to play for. Still many questions to catch up on. And that could start from question number 5, which is all about crisps. And I said a packet of Walker's Ready Salted contains 0.46 grams, but expressed as a percentage of your recommended daily amount. How much is that? Is it 8% A? Or is it B, 10%? Or is it C, 12%? How good or bad do you think a packet of crisps is to your salt intake, Bernard? Do you think it's either quite low or maybe high?
As we know, crisps are good for your health. So I've gone Trance up a saunter. 8%.
8%. Kenny?
Now you've reread the question. I think I might have got this wrong because I seem to remember you saying half a gram, which it is about half a gram. But now that you said it's 0.46 and it's a bit less of a round number, I went with B, 10%, because half a gram seemed like a nice round number, and then times in that to get. Yeah, but I'm not sure. Now you've said it's 0.46. That's throwing me math off.
Crisps can't be that bad for you. It's 8%.
Okay, well we'll see what answers Ron has got. Ron.
8%.
Ladies and gentlemen, 0.46 grams as a percentage of your recommended daily salt intake is 8%.
Yeah. I didn't listen the first time round. It's my own fault.
Yeah.
I wasn't listening.
Look out, Bob. Ron's smashing it this week.
So 12.5 bags. If you ate 12.5 bags of ready salted, that would be your total salt intake for the day. Which, when we ate about 17 bags of crisps, that probably meant we weren't fully salted up for that performance at the Lowry that day.
I still have nightmares about that.
It seems like a very good idea at the time, but you feel as though you'd be, this is going to be a really fun. But by the time you get past bag number 10, it's horrific.
It's the way it confuses the inside of your mouth and makes it damaged, and then you start to plan flavours. How mad's that? I'll have a cheese now. Get them out of the way. It's mad, isn't it?
A flavour strategy.
The day after we did it, I had to throw a sandwich away because I couldn't open my mouth to put it
in. Great times. Question number 7. No, it's not. Go on. Sorry.
Going back to the crisp thing, though, I reckon I could do 28 bags of skips.
Oh, now a skips is a softer crisp, isn't it?
Yeah.
Are we talking multi-packs? Are we talking shop-bought packs?
Yeah, no, multi-packs. I reckon I could do 20 plus skips. Easy.
All right, then. If you say you could do 28, I'm going to put down 30.
Right?
Skips? 30 bags of skips?
You said 28. It's only 2 more bags.
But you can't do 30.
Let's have a go.
I think we've got the
Kenny's morning. Christmas morning, we'll do 30 bags. No,
live stream it.
Kenny,
how many do you reckon you could do?
I reckon I could do it. You know me, like, do you remember that big, massive portion of chips I had in Nottingham with the really hot sauce and jalapenos and everything? Burns like, you'll never eat all that. And I was like, I'll eat all that. And I ate it all. And I reckon I could do it, but you know my health. Having all that salt is not good for me.
You say, I reckon I could do it. What do you think you could do?
How many bags?
Skips. You can drink skips.
28. Yeah, they just melt in your mouth, don't they? So.
Not in your hand.
I reckon if you say 28 or 30, I'd have a good go at it, yeah? I'd have a go at that. I'm just thinking about my health, because you know me, I'm falling apart, it seems. So, all that salt, it'd probably kill me off. But
I don't think.
You can't tell me I can't do 30 bags of skips, then I'm doing 30 bags of skips. Do you not remember all those chips? I got like a portion of chips to feed about 4 people. I had loads of habanero sauce and jalapenos, and I went, right,
it's not that. It's from the other crisp thing that we've learned. It's the same thing.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
Was you allowed to drink?
Yeah, we're allowed 1 pint of...
One pint of a drink of your
liquid,
choice.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know,
I'll do 30, no worries. And Bob, are you watching? Will you do 30 as well? Bob's normally like, don't get me involved. He's soft.
Maybe start auditioning drummers now.
Okay,
anyway, I'll do it.
Let's get back to the quiz.
Yeah, we'll try and sort that out on the run up to Christmas. We'll think of a fancy name for it. Let's get back to question number 6. Lancashire Hotpots. And Bernard said this in 2008 about one of our songs. We have used and abused our sweet planet, and it's inevitable that one day we will execute Mother Earth, and we shall all die a painful and well-deserved death. Which song was Bernard talking about? Bernard, you said it. What was it?
No idea. Polar bears.
Polar bears. Kenny?
I'm still not 100% sure between polar bears and Phew What a Scorcher. But I thought 2008 was more Pot Sounds than Christmas Cracker, so I've gone Don't Make the Polar Boys Cry.
And Ron, who's got all the albums and knows all the songs.
Well, just might have pulled out the bag with this one. Don't Make the Polar Bears Cry.
And it is indeed Don't Make the Polar Bears Cry.
Oh,
it's one of my favourites. That whenever we're looking for a song that's a bit like more
Left field,
niche,
yes.
Yeah, that's all. Don't Make the Polar Bears Cry. Let's do that. Don't Make the Polar Bears Cry.
That's impressive, Ron, because you've only just joined the band, so.
Yeah. However, from 7 to 10 now, I think this is where I lose the game.
I don't know.
I'm not sure about these.
I think I
Questions
lose it now.
remain.
This is it.
These are complete punts now.
Can I just say what a great quiz it is this week? I think Bob should not join us more often. Sorry, Bob! Question 7 is We Love the North. And I said fizzy drinks were invented in 1767 by Joseph Priestley. But where did he invent it? A, Leeds, B, Bradford, or C, Preston? Bernard, what do you reckon?
Well, as you asked the question, I wrote down Lancaster, but that wasn't an option. So then I wrote down Preston, and then that was an option. And I thought, maybe he's just put that in for me. So I went Leeds.
Leeds. Kenny?
I have no idea. And just because it's a common quiz answer, I've gone with Preston. And because it sounded a bit like his name, which I've already forgot.
Okay. And Ron?
Well, to make it interesting, I've gone Bradford.
Ooh.
Well,
only one of us is right.
Come on, let's have a ooh. The correct answer, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, is A, Leeds.
Oh. Hey, stick that in your pipe of Pringles, you losers.
Hey,
and then bury someone in it.
I tell you what, Kenny, as I dropped Ron off last night, I was listening to Radio 4 on the way home, and what's his face? Stephen Fry was on there, and he says he's actually got face blindness. He can't recognise people's faces.
See, I'm the opposite. I can watch something, and me and the missus will be watching something, and I'll say, weren't they in this thing from like years ago? And I've been able to do it from really, like I was watching, as an example, an episode of Star Trek Deep Space Nine from like the mid-90s, and I recognised the old guy out of Ozark was playing a Cardassian, and he had the full alien stuff on. I was like, no way, that's the old guy from Ozark.
You saw through his makeup.
So I've got the opposite. I'm really good with faces, but names, I just don't know.
I've got this book here by Oliver Sacks, who has a similar issue. The Man Who Mistook His Wife for That.
Well, talking about face blindness and that wife thing there, I've got instructions off the wife deafness. So whenever
I think we've all got that.
Do
I think that's just a male thing.
I don't know.
Question number 8 is Everyone Loves a Ron, and we were talking Ron Howard, and I said Ron won an Oscar in 1996 for his work on Apollo 13. But really, is that true or is that false? Bernard, was I telling the truth or was I telling porkies?
You were telling a porcupine. False.
Kenny?
Yeah, you'd think it'd be true, but then that's too obvious, so I thought I'd take a punt at false.
And Ron?
I thought it was obvious and I went true.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is false! He was nominated, but he didn't actually win, although he did go on to win an Oscar for Beautiful Mind in 2002.
Wow.
So he is an Oscar winner, but not an Oscar winner for that particular film. Oh, the Dickie's questions, they're so great, aren't they? They're so great.
I'm made up there. I've got a fun question, right?
Yeah. That's
Ron's got it wrong.
Well done.
Yeah.
Wrong Ron. He does wrong Ron. He does wrong Ron. Question.
That's what it says on his file.
You do wrong. You do wrong.
It's a great no Bob quiz. Question number 9, and I said, which TV show ran on BBC One on Saturday nights from 1964 to 2001, and from 2004 to the present day? Bernard. Bit of a puzzler.
Yeah, it is that. It's a tricky question, this, and I had to think, what have I been watching? But I think this might have been Sundays. Anyway, I've had a punt. Antiques Roadshow.
Okay, Kenny.
Now, if I'm right and Bernard's wrong, he's going to kick himself. But the only thing I could think of that is religiously on a Saturday night, Bernard.
Sunday.
You said Saturday, didn't you?
Saturday, yeah. Saturday.
Or Saturday night. Oh, no.
Religiously, on a Saturday night that had a brief stint on ITV. Match of the day.
It's a bit of it's one of those funny questions. Ron, what did you put?
I was thinking prime time, and I went Mastermind for some reason.
Mastermind?
No, because I thought, well, the Generation Game's not on anymore. I was going, Jim Davidson's Big Break and stuff like that in my mind.
It's one of those it was hiding in plain sight. Of course it was Match of the Day.
Of course it was.
Hiding in plain sight.
Des Lynam and Co jumped over to ITV for a couple of years, didn't they?
Yeah.
Ian St. John?
That was a bit before
Jimmy L might have still been doing the rounds at that time.
This question, there's a lot riding on this question. It might seem a bit throwaway to you, but this could be make or break. This could be whether we go to tie break or whether somebody wins or not. I said in question number 10, Scooby-Doo's real name is Scoobert Doo. True or false? Bernard?
I've gone full Spandau Ballet. True!
Kenny?
If I lose on this question, it's just going to be the worst. I'm on a big, massive high from that match today, and I'm dead proud of that match today one. But if I lose on this now, I've gone false.
Okay, and Ron?
Yeah, his name's Scooby-Doo, it's false.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's true! His name is Scoobert Doo. Although I do think eventually they've retconned that, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, is it just Shaggy being lazy and that's why he calls it Scoobs?
Those are your 10 questions for a Monday night. Tot up your scores and put your scores in the box below, whatever platform you're watching this on, and we'll see whether you got more or less than the following 3 Lancashire Hotpots. And it's very exciting, this one. It's very exciting.
You know what?
It's been a fun week.
It's another week where I've had an half-decent showing. I'm coming into my own, I think.
You're maturing in the quiz stakes. So, tot up your scores. And first off, we shall go to Bernard, for we will find out what his on 10 score is. B.
Yeah, pleased with this. Even if I don't win, I'm happy with my showing.
He's got an 8 on 10. Well done, Bernard. That's really good. Next up,
very good.
Mr. Kenny, what have you got, sir?
Do you remember when I said I'd be really annoyed if I missed out on that Scooby-Doo question?
God! He's got 7 on 10. Now, this is the tension, it's absolute tension. I can see his little thumbnail. Ron, what's your score this week?
6.
Oh, which means, unbelievably, Bernard is the winner of this week's quiz!
What do you mean, unbelievably?
Because
well done to
on
you.
Form,
I'm very excited for you.
I can't believe I lost on that Scooby-Doo question. That was literally the decider.
Get in there! And hopefully, right, Bob's watching this and he's got like 5 and I've smoked it. I've smacked you all to smithereens. Come on, Thresher!
Can I just say as well that the match of the day question in the whole of the quizzes we've done is my favourite question to date.
Astonishing.
I was dead proud of that.
Yeah.
I was even going to do a little match of the day. Just I held up my score thinking I was going to win, and then I saw Bernard say it and I just went,
oh, forget it.
Forget it. I'm not doing it now.
Thank you very much indeed for joining us this Monday evening. We've had a fantastic start to the week. This is what it's all about. If you've enjoyed it tonight, tell your mates, tell them to watch.
Can we just have a think? I've just got 8 and won the quiz!
That is very good. Very good. Well done. Well done.
I'm sure I've already put the score in, and you won more than you were last time, Bernard. So well done to you. Don't forget Frostfest this Saturday with us on the This Is Wigan Facebook and YouTube channels. Give us a watch. Support Wigan, and I think there might be some other places in and around the Northwest joining in as well. Thanks very much for joining us. You have a fantastic week. We'll see you next time. Ta-da!